Have you noticed the strange cycle? You start a new week full of motivation. You create the perfect timetable. You feel like this is it. This time I'll stay consistent. But then, midweek hits. Suddenly your energy drops. You find yourself scrolling endlessly, watching short videos, revising without focus, feeling guilty but still stuck. And by Friday, you're not even tired from studying. You're just mentally exhausted from by trying. And then it hits you again. Why can't I stay consistent like toppers? Why do my energy die so fast? Why do I keep burning out before my real success even begins? If you've ever asked these questions, this episode is going to change how you study forever. Let me begin with the confession. I used to believe that toppers were superhuman. They never got tired, they never got bored, they never had breakdowns. But that's the lie, a big one. Toppers aren't built different, they are just managing different. Today, I want to break down the truth that no one talks in the school. The secret is consistency. High level studying isn't more motivation, isn't it is NG wisdom. Let me paint you two pictures. Student A studies 12 hours a day, skips meals, puts late nighters, focus themselves in when they are mentally exhausted. Student B studies for 6 hours a day, takes deep breaks, sleeps 7 to 8 hours, knows when to stop, comes back fresh every time. Guess who wins? In the end, it's always student B. Why? Because burnout destroys memory, burnout destroys clarity, and the worst of all, burnout destroys confidence. So, what do toppers really do to avoid this? Let's go deeper. Here are the 6 powerful truths I've learned from after observing toppers, talking to them, and reflecting on my own journey. Toppers don't treat their brain like a robot. They don't run on willpower all day. Instead, they follow what I call the energy rhythm rule. Every brain has natural highs and lows. Toppers don't fight this, they plan around it. When their mind is sharp, they tackle tough chapters. When it's foggy, they revise, reflect, or take breaks. It's not laziness, it's mental intelligence. You can't study effectively when you know when to stop. Toppers protect the inner world. Let me be honest. Most students fail not because of weak memory, but because of mental noise. Anxiety about marks, overthinking the future, comparing themselves with others, trying to meet everyone's expectations. Toppers, they shut that noise down. They practice mental hygiene like others practice physical hygiene. They journal, they walk in silence, they pray or reflect. They speak kindly to themselves. Because they know a noisy mind can never focus. Toppers invest in energy, not just effort. Here's the rule I live by. Don't just ask, am I working hard? Ask, am I managing my energy well? Toppers eat better, they hydrate, they breathe deeply, they take real breaks, not scrolling breaks. They don't glorify hustle, because here's the truth. Hard work without energy wisdom is just self-destruction. Toppers learn how to recharge their mind. They never hear a topper say, I rested for 2 hours, now I feel guilty. They understand this powerful principle. Rest is productive if it's intentional. They use what I call active recovery time. It's not just Netflix or gaming. It's walking in the sun, talking to a trusted friend, laughing with sibling, or even spending time with a pet. These moments refill emotional strength. So when they return to books, they are not just dragging themselves, they are fully present. Toppers replace pressure with purpose. If you ask toppers why they study, they rarely say, because my parents told me, or because I'm scared to fail. They say, I want to become something, I want to save lives, I want to create something big, I want to prove myself that I can do that. That purpose gives them energy, that vision gives them clarity. And this is something I told you before, starting now. Toppers speak kindly to themselves. No student says like this, I'm so stupid, I'll never get it. I'm always behind. But toppers say, that was a tough chapter, I'll try it again. Today wasn't great, but tomorrow is a fresh shot. I'll bounce back like before. I'll do it again. That inner voice, that's what keeps energy alive through failures. Because burnout isn't about physical, it's emotional. And if your inner voice keeps bullying you, spirit will give up before your body does. Now, I want to tell you share a short story. This one is closest to my heart. There was a student who used to top every subject in 9th grade. Everyone called her genius. Her parents were proud, her teachers adored her. But in 10th grade, something changed. The pressure to stay in the top became suffocating. She started skipping meals, studying late night, sleeping only 4 hours a night. She looked successful, but inside she was dying. One day she fainted in class. That was the turning point. She realized this truth. If I win the exam but lose myself, it's not worth it. She cut down her study hours, focused on energy, not ego. Started journaling, walking, laughing again. And guess what? She topped it without breaking down. Today, she tells people, I don't study hard, I study wise, I protect my peace. So, to every student listening, if you're tired, anxious, secretly falling apart, please remember this. Toppers don't succeed because they are beating you. They succeed because they're managing themselves better. And you can too. You deserve to win, but you also deserve peace. You deserve focus and joy, discipline and compassion. Because when you protect your energy, you protect your dream. I'm Joshua and I'm walking this journey with you. This message gave you strength, share it with someone who's secretly struggling. And if no one told you today, let me be the first. You are enough. You are strong. You are not alone. Let me share your story. This might look like a fairy tale, but if you listen with your heart, you'll see how real it truly for every student today. Once upon a time, there was a king in India. He ruled wisely, and people respected his intelligence and calm decisions. One day, an astrologer came to the palace and gave him a strange warning. 7 days from now, the rain that falls will drive everyone who drinks it mad. The king was wise. He ordered his well to be sealed. He warned his close advisors to protect themselves. He refused to let even a single drop of that madness enter his life. But the people didn't know. They drank the rainwater, they laughed, they danced, they lived as if nothing had changed. But something had changed. One by one. They lost their minds. They no longer thought clearly. They no longer saw the truth. Their mind became filled with confusion and chaos. And yet, they were happy in that madness. The king remained the only sane man in this kingdom. He still made thoughtful decisions. He still lived by the truth. But soon the people began to pointing fingers. They said, "The king is mad, the king is mad. He doesn't think like us. He acts strange. He talks things that don't make sense." And the king realized something chilling. When everyone is mad, a sane person is the outsider. He becomes isolated. He feels misunderstood. He stood alone. And in that moment, the king made a choice. He walked to the well, he drank the water. Because loneliness had become heavier than truth. And from that day on, he was accepted. Because he too had become like the rest. Now pause, breathe, and ask yourself, aren't we living this story today? In our schools, in our homes, in our society, it's like the mad water is all around us. People telling you, study 14 hours a day or you'll fail. Rank 1 is everything. Sacrifice sleep, sacrifice joy, sacrifice your soul. And if you try to protect your mind, if you guard your well like that king, they call you crazy, weak, arrogant, different. This is the real reason toppers don't burn out. Because they don't think like the madness. They learn how to protect their energy, their emotions and their focus without giving in. The world will try to convince you to join the madness. But deep down you know there's a better way, a smarter way, a saner way. And that's what this podcast is about. To show you how to become the king who doesn't go mad and doesn't need to. The story hits hard because it mirrors what shouldn't go through. In a world where everyone chases marks, compares ranks, and defines success by numbers, the only one who seeks real learning, peace, and purpose looks mad. If you choose balance, people will say you're lazy. If you take breaks, they'll say you're not serious. If you reject toxic competition, they'll say, don't you want to succeed? It's like insane in a mad world, and the pressure to drink the water is real. But here's the truth. Don't trade your inner peace for public approval. It's okay to stand out. It's okay to protect energy. It's okay to be the king who refuses to go mad, even if the world doesn't understand. Because one day they'll come back to you and ask, how did you stay so strong? And the answer will be simple. I choose clarity, not chaos. Discipline over drama. Truth over trends. Now, let's talk about something very few people mention. Emotional leakage. I studied for 3 hours and still felt like you're not nothing. You didn't revise much, you didn't memorize deeply. You were present but not. That's emotional leakage. Your mind is open but your emotions are scattered. You're thinking about a fight that you had with someone, a rude commitment with your teacher, fear about board results, jealousy with a classmate's rank, guilt about wasting time yesterday. All of these take up emotional RAM. Your brain is on but your heart is tired. Top students recognize this. They do something about it. They clear their emotional RAM daily, either through journaling, voice notes to themselves, evening walks, deep talk with a sibling or friend, meditation or prayer. One thing I always do, and I'm doing from the last 1 year, is that every hour I put my favorite music on my earpods, and this best thing to beat all of this nonsense. This is not extra work. This is the foundation recovery. Because every hour when I dance, I relieve all of this mental nonsense. You can't perform with power if you're leaking peace. Let's pause here for a second because I want you to speak to you. The student who's listening to this and thinking, Joshua, I've tried all of these. I've taken breaks, I've journaled, I've planned, but nothing seems to work for me. Maybe I'm just not built for this. I hear you. And I want to tell you this. You're not the problem. The system you're trapped in is. Let's go back for a moment. Think about how you were treated when you got 90 marks. Everyone smiled. Your parents told relatives you felt loved. Now think about when you got 60. Same effort, same struggle, but suddenly the world looked at you differently. What kind of system teaches children that their worth is decided on number? This is why so many students burn out silently. They are not tired from struggling. They are tired from feeling like they're never enough. And the real reason toppers don't burn out, it's not just energy management or good sleep, it's this. They stop seeing approval and start seeing mastery. They know they are in control. They know when they are studying. They've taken back power from the outside world. Before we wrap up, I want to give you two powerful gifts. Join my free student resource group, a place where you will get study tools, motivation, and mental clarity. Access the free bonus resource and powerful templates designed for students who want to learn smarter, not harder. Just click in the description for this broadcast and join us. Let's build a community of students who choose clarity over chaos. Because you don't have to go mad just to survive school. You're not alone. I'm with you. More power to you. See you in the next episode.